First and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get them. And now off to the races down the right side.
He's on his way.
Touchdown, Packers.
Josh Jacobs, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw.
Buying time to his left.
And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Mixon running right. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. I mean, look at this Packers defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just...
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now he's free at the 35.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do.
And this is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception.
Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
Throwing. Love.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. A gain there of 21 yards. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. His throw incomplete.
The Packers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, south. Here we go.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Play fake. Here's Love. Rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love.
Looking deep here for Dobbs. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. Fighting through. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
On the quick, right?
Inside handoff to Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Stroud. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Jordan. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Brevin Jordan.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Let's go now. Go.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
3rd and 4.
Love now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That one goes for 8 yards. To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Well, that's going to be incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Love looking to throw it. Staying on his feet, being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Down right around the 25. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's Love.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Love. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Roger.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Look the hot.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because
He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Stroud.
Got a man on the right sideline. It's Jordan. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Oh, Eric.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Stroud to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On the fleet, right?
3rd and goal, Stroud.
They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Fairbairn missed it. He pulled it left. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
And this will be a Packers 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Operating from the gun, Love.
This pass complete to Melton.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Still going.
Touchdown, Packers.
Oh, Melton.
65 yards.
And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And got his man complete. Big strides, look at him go.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Brevin Jordan
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Texans have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Love.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Working out of the gun. Love. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds. But past the 45.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go. Take go.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Love. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Going back to Love.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 18. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Looking deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the interception, Love. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile.
19 tight, ready?
Love from the gun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This is taken at the 15. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
So they boost their advantage here in the 4th quarter. And don't get me wrong, you take the points. I guess the only downside is didn't really get to milk any of the clock here in this last quarter.
But they'll take the points because, as you and I both know, here in the 4th quarter, things intensify. And while they may not have taken firm command of the game, it does give them a little bit of a cushion.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Here we go, set. Warrior 70. Hut, hut.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He's able to find Melton.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Second and 5.
Throwing. Love.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
What's easy to see when we review this, that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Let's go now.
From the gun on third down.
Love working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Love, they go play action now.
Another catch from Melton.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well, as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be third and goal.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Love throwing for it.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion. But still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do. And don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
ready.
This 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And it's taken in at the 9. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10. Now Love.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Love.
He's going to let it fly.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Love.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Full of run show Fatukasi in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Oh, man. They are living on the razor's edge. If this is incomplete, this game's over. Instead, it's a huge pickup. And I think the win percentage calculator is going to have to work overtime here because this game has really had some swings.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they know anything less than a touchdown here at this late stage is going to be no good. They were going for it all right there, but it was just too hard to adjust to that one in the air, and it winds up incomplete.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Love looking to throw it.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Here's Jacobs.
And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Stroud. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
131 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First throw in overtime for Love. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Love looking to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On now is the Packers punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Stroud.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on...
Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is thrown at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Bust through the tackle. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
151 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
Gets around him. Still going. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph.
This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
Two in, two back ends, booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one, 6 meal, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, got 17 hours to the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't got too long, no. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know we running up at night. You know X went through. J. Cole said his memes and mules, but I'm the king and I just it all. Really wanna wipe me down, I got more patience than a hospital. Sweaty better beef with me, they never beef with life's obstacles. I'm bad as a bone out. I'm way too toned to be toned down. Too big, so I'm cocky. From the back while I twiddle with my phone out. Got an Eminem deal, but I'm Hershey. 6'2", dark skin, with a purpose. Left a voicemail on my phone last night to myself saying, Lil Curtis, yeah. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know I run it up at night. You know I gotta get one life for this.
Turn the lights on.
Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. The people they make go and dollars they make grow and everything's for show, but I will remain cold and eager. The queen don't talk to the meager, a leader. Who you know in the Zephyr? Been through the trenches, gutter fields and stenches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody want a doula, defend the throne. I'm a dog in the zone and your man's is bones. I don't fear the stones, I flash the paws. Don't be talking to me crazy with no glass jaw. A spit of light saliva, you can never survive her. Streets got a code up, couldn't decipher. Watch the way you talk when you talking to me. And if you didn't know, it's the NEC. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. If you don't love me, you must hate yourself. Either way you play with me, you gon' play yourself. Don't be stupid, decide that I'm the same. A new rover and they still ain't got the range. Can't even hang with, doing big things, but the fame ain't changed. Trying to maintain, but your chain can't blame. On a new plane, but your main can't tame this. Same dame, but the rock got bigger. Might buy the drop top, got more figures. Pull up in the lot, still block pop. The posse can spot. Come and go, but I still check. Now I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm just saying that you're not. I got it all, baby, give it everything you got. And arrogant, sitting in the booth, I ain't even gotta lie, cause you know that I'm the truth. Yeah. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever.